gentlemen, we are making an impact. And it's true. I mean, we are. But the thing that I love the most is the video game in question, Star Wars. I think we have successfully managed to subvert their expectations. I think that the Force really is female. You see, by many of us straight cisgender white men choosing not to play, we actually made their audience more diverse. Because now there's more women in the audience. The percentage has changed, it has shifted. By us refusing to partake in the consumerism, then more women, right? So the audience is more diverse. I think this requires celebration, right? Subverting expectations, audience more diverse. I have heard from inside sources, so take it with a grain of salt, but allegedly, the number of pre-orders for the next Ubisoft game, the Assassin's Creed Shadows, is just 7% of the total number of pre-orders for the previous Assassin's Creed game. The situation is so abysmal because I always thought that they will sweep it under the rug if they're getting bad sales. Because you see, the new tactic that Ubisoft is using is that you can pay, I think it's like $69 for the original game. Or you can pay up to $120 if you want to buy the deluxe edition and you get to play 3 days early. But these prices are ridiculous. So what they're also saying, and I think it's $19 if you pay a Ubisoft monthly subscription. So basically you create a Ubisoft account, you allow them to harvest your data, and on top of that, you get access to a huge library of games as long as you keep paying month after month after month. So I thought that the cope is going to be, yeah, I mean, we didn't sell the game, but a lot of people have subscribed to our monthly fee, which is why they don't buy the Assassin's Creed. But you can make that argument if you at least manage to sell, I don't know, like 80% of the expected copies or 90%. But when it's like 7% pre-orders, yeah, no one is going to believe you. They're, what do they like to call them? What do the young kids at the World Economic Forum like? Stakeholders. Yeah, their stakeholders aren't going to believe them. You know, I actually do happen to talk to developers that work at Ubisoft, and this level of arrogance is well deserved. I normally am not happy when I see people going bankrupt, and despite what you think, I actually love the gaming industry, and the only reason that I'm happy that this is happening is because it's a big FU to the culture that they're pushing, and I want them to stop pushing this culture. I want them to start making games like they used to make before 2016. In fact, tomorrow, I'll probably make a video so I can show you a trailer of a game that Ubisoft used to make, and you can just compare it with the trailer from Star Wars Outlaws or Assassin's Creed Shadows or whatever game they're making now, but night and day difference. Like back then, they knew their market, they were vibing with the gaming community, they understood what gamers want, and now they're so disconnected that when social media was filled with criticism for this game, and people were saying, you know, like, even, let's assume it's not the stuff that's hard to fix, it's not the bugs, it's not, but like, people were even saying, dude, the character looks bad, like, the main character looks like a dude, this is the face of the game, this is the person you're putting on the box, what is wrong with you? They would say, oh no, that's just criticism from toxic gamers. And it's the smugness, it's the attitude that they're having, which shows that they don't even bother reading Twitter, or if they do, they don't think that Twitter is representative. Probably they go to Reddit or other places that are full with content moderation, so that they only get the feedback that they want to get. It's this toxic positivity nonsense, where they only listen if people like the game. And as we get to see, there's less and less people liking the game, and I even notice that there's woke people on Twitter that are defending these products, right? Because they view the corporations as their ally. And I asked them, it's like, okay, but like, why is it that you never use these characters in your banners, in your profiles? Like, if I see a person that likes Attack on Titan, the anime, right? Like, what do I see? Well, I go to their profile and they will have either a Mikasa, they will have like an Attack on Titan banner with Levi, they would have like the Colossal Titan or something like that. They would buy merchandise. Like, they will usually decorate their social media, if they're a fan, they will decorate their social media based on the thing that they're entertained by. I remember even when Game of Thrones was popular, like you had people with Dany, you had people that had the dragons, or you had people that had the Night's King. Like there were individuals that associated themselves with the entertainment that they so much love. I don't see that happening anymore. Like everyone is claiming that, no, actually it's perfect, but there's a couple of bigots on the internet, and it's like, okay, if that's the case, and you're the one defending it, why aren't you associating with the brand? And my favorite take was during Concord. This is how I got a lot of people to block me, and it was hilarious. You would see a person that was defending Concord, and you would ask them, can you name me 5 characters from the game? Just 5. And they would block me. They would block me because it was actually difficult to name it. Like, even if you asked ChatGPT didn't know. They were so fringe. There was no community around the game. Now, sure, you could actually Google it and you eventually find it, but it took too much effort to win a Twitter debate, so they would just block. This is the absolute state where Western entertainment is at. Like, there's people defending these products, creating the illusion that there is some sort of fan base, but in reality, it's not. Like, most people that buy Assassin's Creed buy it because of the franchise and the IP and the previous titles. Most people that bought Star Wars Outlaws, they buy it because it's Star Wars. But even those people are dwindling. Even that is starting to die off. So, unless they're going to change course, unless they're going to realize it, and I don't even know if they can at this point. Like, they convinced themselves that this is how you make games. And they bloat their companies with so many useless people that have nothing to do with making games. They allow the most smug and bewildering community managers to give sass to the customers and keep belittling the customers. They believe that Asmongold and people like him are toxic and they're not representative of the gamers, and that they actually know the wider audience better. And it's getting to the point, and I have confirmation for this, there are almost no investors in the gaming industry right now. I mean, outside of the AAA studios, when it comes to indies, it's very difficult to get an investor unless you get like an angel investor or some Chinese people. That's it. Like, the investors have noticed that gaming is such a volatile place now that until the industry manages to get its shit together, we're just going to have phone games. And that's pretty much what everyone is doing now. They're moving to mobile. They're like, and this is the message that a lot of these AAA companies are getting. It's like, oh no, we're actually doing the game perfectly. It's just that the gamers have too extreme expectations. So we're just going to make mobile games and do a quick cash grab. But the thing is, like, even that market is now competitive. Because you can't just make a phone game now and make it into a blatant soulless cash grab when you're competing with shit that's coming from South Korea, even stuff that's coming from China, and they're not soulless. Like, they're actually putting effort and passion into their gacha game, which is still a cash grab, but at least they're trying to make it so that it uses the resources that the mobile device gives you to the maximum. Like, they're trying, you know, to create the best looking animations that they can, the best looking graphics that they can, and you can't just go in there and make a shitty game and expect to make money. You could do that before 2020, but not anymore. So these companies are kind of fucked. Like, they don't have creative people in the company, so I don't know what they're going to do. They're probably going to leech off money from the government for a while, though, because they can still get money from insurance. There's still, like, government grants if you push ESG hard enough. So you can get some money that way, but even that ship is going to sail eventually. Let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.